I don't know if you caught that or not, but basically the download I used, it only allows 10 minutes per video. I'm not sure if you caught that or not, but this is starting a new video, but it's starting where we left off. So where you're gonna type where it's at, where you add it in the text box, which I'll just do that one more time in case anything got cut off. Add another text box. It's gonna pop up here at the top. Go right over top of it, so it's just the 4 arrows. Move it down, doesn't really matter where right now. And we're just gonna backspace where it says type your text, and we're gonna go over here, which you're gonna have a paper, and it's gonna say at the very bottom below the picture, you're gonna want to type a short documentary. So we're gonna basically just gonna type a short documentary, and then click out in the space provided, and we're just going to basically analyze where it is on the page. And as we can see here, it has one block and then a little bit more of another block, one block and about a half block. So as you can see, it looks a little bit off. One block, half block, one block, a little less than a half block. But let's see here. So if we move it over a little bit, we have one block again, half block, a little less than a half block. The half the letter A goes over into that half block a little bit, but that looks just about as centered as we're going to get it. And it's already centered on the page. I usually just like to check by clicking left and right align and then center again. And that's where we are. So that's basically the front cover right there. Just check our specifications again. One block, half block, half block. Okay? And then this, since it's on the very last block at the bottom, but since it's kind of in the middle, I don't really like where that is. I think it leaves too much space between that and the picture. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move it up a little bit like that. Click out in the margin, one blocks, half block, one block, half block. And that looks pretty much about where we had it before. So the Hardy Boys will walk through time, blah, blah, blah. And then now if we click on the spine here in the middle and go to our template, basically in the spine we're just writing the Hardy Boys a walk through time, just like the title was. So we're going to click add text box, and we're going to write the Hardy Boys a walk dash space a walk through time. And as you can see, since the text box wasn't large enough, it moved it down a space into another line. Which what we're going to do is we're just going to take the arrow, we're going to click on this middle circle on the right side, and we're just going to move that out until it's on one line. And then what we're going to do, just like before, is we're going to move it down into the very middle. So as you can see here, it's the block, and it has a line going right through what looks to be the half block on the other page here. This half, like, look at this little square, not the big square, the little square, that half block, that's what it is. So we're going to move it down so that it's somewhat, to our eyes, looks in the middle. It doesn't need to be perfect, but looks fairly well in the middle. We're going to click out. We're going to say, in this case, it's one big block, and then just a little bit more, and that looks just about perfect. If not, we can move it over just a tiny bit, and then let's move it back a little bit, and that looks just about perfect. So now we can move towards the back cover, which on this side is this left block right here. We're going to go back, look at our template, and we need a synopsis of the documentary as well as 2 pictures. I don't know why it doesn't say picture in there, but it should. I'm gonna So as you can see here, a synopsis and 2 pictures at the bottom. So we're just going to take this synopsis for the interest of time, so you're not watching me type this whole entire paragraph here. I'm going to copy that. But you're going to click add text box, and then you're basically going to start typing what it said. And it would be the Hardy Boys, etc. Okay? And when you're done, copy that. And it looks like it didn't. Yeah, it looks like it's not pasting what I had on another page. So I'm just going to type this whole entire thing in. And by the way, if you ever have a text box here, you can't just click backspace, because as you can hear I'm clicking backspace, it's not doing anything. You have to click delete. So type your text box. I'm going to type it in. You guys can skip ahead to where it is totally typed in. And I'm just going to type that in now. The Hardy Boys: A Walk Through Time is a short documentary that portrays the history of the Mystery series, how it was created, and its relation with other Mystery series like Nancy Drew. In addition, story the documentary provides